Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Hope you will be fine. You will be staying at home and always my statement is you have to work hard, you have to work in a smart way. Inshallah, your dreams will be fulfilled. My dear students, our topic is reproduction in case of angiosperms. We introduced what do we mean by reproduction, what are its types. We also discussed what are angiosperms, why we call them as anthophytes or flowering plants. We said that it is highly evolved group among kingdom Plantae here. It is most dominant and largest group of kingdom Plantae as well. Dear students, we also talked that angiosperms are those plants which have evolved one of the important structure to bring about sexual mode of reproduction, that was flower. You discussed that. Flower is a modified shoot which is evolved from plural meristem. It is this flower, it is this complete flower which consists of four whorls. Calyx and corolla are regarded as non-reproductive whorls, non-essential whorls, while as androecium and gynoecium will be called as reproductive whorls, essential whorls. तो मैंने previous lecture में आपको बताया था calyx, which is the whorl of sepals. We discussed the role played by this calyx here. We discussed it protects the flower during bud-culture. We discussed it protects the reproductive whorls. We also discussed that it is this calyx, it is these sepals which usually fall up, but in certain cases, like brinjal, like tomato, they remain persistent. But we also said that it is this sepal which is green, it can photosynthesize. You have to remember that its main function is protection. Today, our second whorl, which is regarded as non-reproductive whorl, non-essential whorl, accessory whorl, helping whorl. This is the whorl of petals we call biologically that it is called as corolla. याद रखिए, corolla is second whorl of a complete flower, and it is regarded as non-essential whorl, no direct role in sexual reproduction, but it is helping within this sexual reproduction. You must call that it is helping whorl, it is accessory whorl. And you have to say this whorl, which is called as corolla, its individual unit is called as petal. Now question arises. Sir, what is the role played by those petals? What is the role played by this second whorl that is called as corolla? So dear students, we will discuss what is functions, what is the role played by this second whorl that is corolla. First point. I discussed that for we people, for botanists, flower is just an organ to bring about sexual reproduction. But for non-biological world, it's source of admiration, it's source of inspiration, it's source which provides beauty to the whole world. But याद रखिएगा, flower इतना beautiful क्यों है? We exchange it. Remember, इसके petals actually colored होते हैं. ये colored क्यों होते हैं? Its reason, its logic lies within the biological world. First role being played by those petals is attraction. अब क्वेश्चन है अट्रैक्शन किनको ही कर रहा है? आगे लेक्चर्स में आपको बताऊंगा. There is a biological marriage called as pollination within the flowering plants. Pollination में एक ऑर्गेनिज्म, एक एजेंसी, एक पॉलिनेटर इस फ्लावर के पास आता है. ये फ्लावर इस पॉलिनेटर को अट्रैक्ट कर रहा है, लेकिन ये अट्रैक्ट तभी करेगा जब इसके पेटल्स कलर्ड होंगे. सो दैट मीन्स ये पेटल्स तभी कलर होते हैं जब ये अट्रैक्ट करते हैं एक ऑर्गेनिज्म को, एक एनिमल को. दैट इज एनिमल इज कॉल्ड एज पॉलिनेटर. सो फर्स्ट फंक्शन played by those petals is to attract this animal. This animal is called as pollinator. Tomorrow it will come, go to this flower, take the nutrients in the form of nectar, and it will take those pollen grains from this flower to another flower to bring about what is called as cross pollination. So hence first role played by these petals is attraction towards pollinators. And remember, there are different pollinators which are being attracted towards those petals. On one side, there is the world of insects, there is the world of bees, there is the world of beetles, there is the world of moths, there is the world of butterflies, there is the world of flies. These are attracted towards those petals. Different petals, different color of petals attract different types of pollinators. On the other hand, there are birds. On this world, there are bats. So hence, we have to see different colors of those petals attract different types of pollinators. बेटा इस वक्त हमारा टॉपिक ये नहीं है, लेकिन आपके लिए मैं बताऊं कि बहुत सारे कलर्स जो होते हैं पेटल्स, वो अपने अपने पॉलिनेटर्स को बुला लेते हैं. मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूं. फॉर एग्जांपल, रेड वाले जो पेटल्स होते हैं ना बेटा, they usually attract birds. हाँ, बर्ड पॉलिनेशन इज स्पेसिफिक और मेथोफिली, और यही बर्ड्स ज्यादा लाइक करते हैं रेड पेटल्स को. सो इस वक्त जो पहला पॉइंट आपने सीख लिया है कि पेटल्स जो होते हैं इनका मेन काम होता है अट्रैक्शन, और यही अपने अपने पॉलिनेटर्स को अट्रैक्ट कर देते हैं. ये पहली फंक्शन है, ये पहला रोल है. अब sir, what is second role played by those petals? I will tell you. That second role is presence of nectar glands, or those are called as nectaries. Nectar glands. बेटा याद रखिए, एक पॉलिनेटर और एक फ्लावर के दरमियान प्लस प्लस इंटरएक्शन होती है. दिस प्लस प्लस इंटरएक्शन इज इकोलॉजिकली कॉल्ड एज म्यूचुअलिज्म. रिमेंबर, जब एक पॉलिनेटर एक फ्लावर के पास आता है, अट्रैक्ट होता है, पेटल से अट्रैक्ट होता है, वहां पे ही पोलन ग्रेन उसको एक फ्लावर से दूसरे फ्लावर की तरफ लेता है. लेकिन तभी ये लेता है व्हेन इट गेट्स मील फ्रॉम दिस प्लांट, मील फ्रॉम दिस फ्लावर. लेकिन ये मील कहां से आता है बेटा? ये मील एक्चुअली एक ग्लैंड से आता है. दिस ग्लैंड इज कॉल्ड एज नेक्टर ग्लैंड, एंड दिस मील, दिस फूड रिच इन कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, इन अमाइनो एसिड्स, न्यूट्रिएंट्स. रिमेंबर, दिस मील इज कॉल्ड एज नेक्टर. इसीलिए जो दूसरा रोल होता है बेटा, याद रखिएगा, ये पेटल्स नेक्टर ग्लैंड्स रखते हैं. इसी नेक्टर ग्लैंड के पास नेक्टर होता है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट रिच फूड होता है, और इसी की वजह से कल पॉलिनेटर अट्रैक्ट होता है और पॉलिनेटर गेट्स द मेल. सो पहली फंक्शन है अट्रैक्शन टू द पॉलिनेटर. सेकंड, व्हेन पॉलिनेटर कम्स, इट गेट्स द meal. Meal in the form of nectar is released by, it is secreted by, with the help of special glands. Such glands are called as nectar glands, found on the petals. ये दो बातें हैं. Third, so what is the third function? I will tell you, a pollinator comes to this plant, but it is attracted with the help of special aromatic compounds. This is scent. This scent is released by special glands. Such glands are called as scent glands. So that means a pollinator gets attracted towards this flower by a special flower. So what is called a special odor. This odor is secreted by special glands. Can you tell me what is the gland called as? Scent glands. So कलर से एक पॉलिनेटर आता है, नेक्टर के लिए एक पॉलिनेटर आता है बेटा, और ऑर्डर को देखिए, ऑर्डर को सेंस करके एक पॉलिनेटर अपने फ्लावर की तरफ आता है। और जिन ग्लैंड से ऑर्डर निकल रहा है, जिन ग्लैंड से सेंट निकल रहा है, please remember such glands found on the petals are called as odor glands or scent glands usually. So 3 functions होते हैं। Fourth function, fourth role played by those petals. एक बार एक pollination explain होती है reproductive biology में, that pollination is done in angiosperms, and one of the specific example of this pollination is salvia. But this is an example of turnpike mechanism. This is an example of liver mechanism. लेकिन जब साल्विया के लिए एक बी आती है, जब इस फ्लावर के लिए एक बी आती है, this bee sits on this special platform made by those petals. कहने की बात यह है कि कुछ पेटल्स एक बेस बना लेते हैं, एक प्लेटफॉर्म बना लेते हैं, ताकि एक पॉलिनेटर आए that gets sit on this platform and later on efficient mode of pollination takes place. We have to say कि पेटल्स एक पॉलिनेटर के लिए एक बेस, एक प्लेटफॉर्म बना सकते हैं ताकि यह आए और efficient mode of pollination हो सके. Hence, this is the fourth rule that petals make the platform, make the base. One of the best example that is the pollination done by bees, pollination done by the insects is efficient mode of pollination. And remember, whenever these bees come, they sit on this platform. This platform is set by one of the special valve, that is the second valve called as corolla. Its one unit is called as petals. So, 4 rule, 4 functions: color, odor, nectar, and 4th rule, that is platform. So, ये 4 rule है बेटा जो आपने याद रखे हैं. ये एक पेटल एक करोला प्ले कर सकता है. और एक पॉइंट आपने याद रखना है, कुछ पेटल्स के पास इतना स्ट्रांग एवोल्यूशन हुआ है, इतनी स्ट्रांग कॉम्बिनेशन हुई है, इतनी स्ट्रांग को एवोल्यूशन है एक पॉलिनेटर और प्लांट के दरमियान, कि कुछ पेटल्स के पास स्पेशल लाइन्स होते हैं. दोज लाइन्स आर कॉल्ड एज नेक्टर लाइन्स. यही नेक्टर लाइन्स इन पेटल्स के पास आते हैं और इन्हीं नेक्टर लाइन्स को देख के एक पॉलिनेटर बराबर अपने फ्लावर की तरफ आ सकता है. और ये नेक्टर गाइड्स किस वर्ल पे होते हैं बेटा? Again, I will tell you, these nectar lines are found on second non-reproductive world. Can you tell me what is that called as corolla? These are petals. So hence, you remember that petals are one of the important floral leaves. You must call them as like sepals. which are responsible to bring about number of functions so that an efficient pollination takes place and hence efficient sexual mode of reproduction takes place. Last पे एक point आपको मैं बता दूं regarding those patterns. Those students want to enter completely within this reproductive biology. Maybe a question may be asked in some competitive exam. Regarding one of the classification, this classification was given by two biologists, that is Bentham and Hooker. But Bentham और Hooker की classification famous classification है. ये इतनी अच्छी classification है, taxonomy इतनी acceptable classification है taxonomy में, even हर्बेरिया जो होते हैं जहां ड्राइड स्पेसिमेन अरेंज किए जाते हैं, they are following Bentham and Hooker classification. What is it? They classified these plants, this plant. लेकिन at one of the important points, they classify dicots, not monocots, not Gymnosperms. They classify dicots into three groups. First, polypetalea. Second, gamopetalea. Third, monochlamydia. Monochlamydia. You'll be asked. Dicots were classified into three groups. And what was the source of taxonomic evidence? Was it sepal? No. Was it androecium? Never ever. Was that gynoecium? No. What was that? It was actually use of those petals which was used to classify dicots into those groups here. अब बात याद रखनी है सर, पॉलीपेटलिया का मतलब क्या है? पॉलीपेटलिया वो डाइकोट्स है जिनके पेटल्स फ्री है. गैमोपेटलिया वो डाइकोट्स थे जिनके पेटल्स फ्यूज्ड है. और मोनोक्लैम्डिया वो डाइकोट्स है where there is no such differentiation. We can say whether that was sepal or petal. In the coming point, I will tell you what is that whorl where we can't differentiate whether the whorl is calyx or corolla. I will tell that will be called as perianth and its individual unit will be called as stepal. लेकिन याद रखिए बेटा, पॉलीपेटलिया वो वाला ग्रुप है जहां फ्री पेटल्स है. I'll show this. For example, ये फ्लावर है, ये petals unfused है. This is polypetalea. Again, there is flower, but its petals are fused. When petals are fused, the condition is gamopetalea here. But when these whorls are, when this whorl is undifferentiated here, when those non-reproductive whorls can't be differentiated into calyx and corolla, we have to say that that will be perianth here, and that group was placed in within the dicots in monochlamydia. But you have to remember that polypetalea, gamopetalea and monochlamydia को classification देने के लिए we had used the second whorl. That whorl was called as corolla here. But this was the second whorl after calyx here, after these sepals here. This was what is called as corolla, and its unit was called as petals, and petals performed a superior role in those angiosperms. इसके बाद एक छोटा सा पॉइंट आपने याद रखना है. That is perianth. Simply speaking, अगर एक फ्लावर में सेपल और पेटल को डिफरेंशिएट ना किया जाए, कैलिक्स और करोला को डिफरेंशिएट न किया जाए. Please remember, such a whorl is called as perianth. Whenever sepals, petals, whenever calyx and corolla can't be differentiated, undifferentiated, the whorl is called as perianth. And remember, the individual unit of this perianth is called as tepal. इसके एक यूनिट को सेपल, इसके एक यूनिट को पेटल और इसके एक यूनिट को टेपल कह सकते हैं. और लास्ट पे याद रखिए, अगर ये टेपल सेपल लाइक होगा, then it will be sepaloid. This is taxonomical word. If this tepal will be petal-like, colored, attraction, it lures the insects. Remember, condition will be called as petaloid. So, beta, this was the second whorl, second non-essential whorl of this flower. This was called as corolla. Associated with this, there was perith. Hope you have understood this. Thank you. Best of luck. Okay.